Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday the 3rd of May 2016 and we are forecasting a possible destabilisation in South Africa very soon. South Africa is one of the African continent's largest and most developed economies. It has a population of approximately 55 million people and its GDP is expected to reach $358 billion by the end of this quarter, according to Trading Economics global macro models and analysts' expectations. Its principal international trading partners, beside other African countries, include Germany, the United States, China, Japan, the United Kingdom and Spain. Chief exports include corn, diamonds, fruits, gold, metals and minerals, sugar and wool. For interest, gold represents 11.2% of its total exports, followed by diamonds, which account for 9.6%. Until 1994, it was ruled by a white minority under a regime of apartheid, which negotiated itself out of power primarily as a result of international isolation, armed opposition and mass protests, when it was taken over by the ANC under the leadership of Nelson Mandela until 1999. The democratically elected leadership encouraged reconciliation and set about redressing social imbalances. The current leader of the ruling African National Congress Party, Jacob Zuma, was made president by a newly elected parliament in May 2009. Mr. Zuma has been at the centre of numerous controversies, and his credibility was most severely damaged in March 2016, when South Africa's highest court ruled that he violated the constitution by failing to repay the government for money used on upgrading his private residence, including building a cattle enclosure, amphitheatre, swimming pool, visitor centre and chicken run. The president apologised to South Africans for the, quote, frustration and confusion caused by the scandal and vowed to repay the money. He was also embroiled in an alleged money-laundering and racketeering scandal stemming from a controversial $5 billion arms deal signed in 1999, a charge he never had to answer after the case was controversially dropped by the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, just weeks before the elections which saw him become president. Despite once being called the People's President, ANC supporters heckled and booed him in front of foreign dignitaries, including US President Barack Obama, at a memorial in Johannesburg following the death of South Africa's first black leader, Nelson Mandela, in December 2013. Married 6 times in total, Mr. Zuma has 21 children and has married twice since becoming president, in lavish traditional ceremonies in Nkandla. The economic situation for the country has been worsening, and there are almost daily protests by people demanding better basic services such as housing, schools, water and electricity. In addition, the impact of a possible further ratings downgrade on the South African economy and financial system could lead to increased capital outflows, the SA Reserve Bank, SARB, said today. Ratings agencies have warned of possible ratings cuts should Pretoria show a lack of commitment to reining in its budget deficit. These warnings come after President Zuma's catastrophically changed finance ministers twice in less than a week in December, in order to calm markets after a run on the rand and bonds. Quote, the impact of a further ratings downgrade on the South African economy and financial system could manifest in the form of capital outflows and potential spillovers to rand-denominated government debt, unquote, the central bank said in its Financial Stability Review. Delivering the State of the Nation address at the opening of what promises to be the South African Parliament's most turbulent year, President Jacob Zuma announced a series of measures to shore up the country's ailing economy, including cutting government expenditure, revamping the management of state-owned enterprises, and partnering with the private sector to promote domestic and foreign investment. Despite this, a multi-billionaire South African has expressed that he is willing to challenge for the presidency mid-term, giving rise to the very real possibility that those who have lost patience with Mr. Zuma's all too frequently outrageous behaviour, including failing to repay monies ordered by the courts, may orchestrate a coup, seeking a peaceful transition to a more responsible presidency and, in the longer term, a more responsible style of government. Such situations do not happen overnight. There will be a period of uncertainty, followed by a period of unrest and internal difficulties that could well destabilise the mining of gold, diamonds and precious metals, as all of these are labour-intensive. Whatever happens, there will be a period of turbulence and difficulty, hopefully reflected by a peaceful transition. But in Africa, it is a brave man who predicts such a peace. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe as a free member for regular email updates and offers. Our Facebook page, which is updated daily, can be found at facebook.com/IlluminatiSilver. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views